Coming up next, boys high school basketball on your sports leader in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
As we get set for a Colson and Colson cage matchup here from Avon Lake. Let's go through the starting lineups. First for the visiting Admirals, Chris Kimbrough is the point guard. The 5'10 sophomore averages 13.1 points a game and 2.9 assists per contest. Mike Fairley is the two guard. The 5'10 senior averages just less than 4 points a game. Dominic Price, the 6'2 senior, had the game-winning basket against Southview on Saturday, 10.8 a game and 5 rebounds for Dominic. JT Feldkamp, a 6'3 senior, averages 4.3 points per game. And Adrian Casey is the leading scorer. The 6'4 sophomore post at 12.2 a game and more than 9 rebounds per contest. For Avon Lake and Coach Eric Smith, Tom Allhouse is the point guard, the 5'11 senior at 4.3 points a game and 2.5 assists. Dave Reichlin has been Mr. Everything for Avon Lake this year, the 6'3 senior at 22.5 points per contest. Ryan Milkosny, a 6'3 junior, averages 6 points a game and 4 rebounds per game. Jordan Frank, a 6'3 senior, averages 6 points a game, and Jeff Ickes is the post, 6'4 junior, at 5.2 points per contest. Again, Dave Zaborniak, Nate Smith, and Zeno Regas are the 3 men in charge of this one. And Scott, if Avon Lake can stay with Admiral King early on, I think we could have a good ball game tonight.
And you know what, Rob, that comes down to, as again, both coaches talked about the pace of the game, and can the Shoremen handle the pressure of the Admirals in the early going. You're absolutely right. Stay close, keep your poise, get through maybe the early portion, maybe midway through that first quarter, get your feet wet. And I thought Eric made a great point. Eric Smith made a great point about just playing Olmsted Falls the other night. So they're right in the groove of playing up-tempo basketball. Let's see if they can carry the weekend's game into tonight.
If they can handle the pressure. Sort of look this one, if you want another analogy, if you will, if you're a boxing fan or have seen any boxing matches, to me, Admiral King looks for that first-round knockout. And if Avon Lake can kind of weather that early storm, maybe dance around a little bit, do a little rope-a-dope, then maybe they could come out and get a decision in the late round.
You're a man after my own heart. I'm a huge fight fan.
I didn't know that.
As a matter of fact, the first game I did with Tim earlier in the year, I brought up the boxing analogy. So absolutely.
There you go. Well,
and it's well said, by the way. You're right on. You're right. I take the early punishment and work your way through the later rounds and see what you can do then.
Nate Smith is set to put the ball in the air, as we'll have David Reichlin and Adrian Casey jumping. Reichlin for Avon Lake, Casey for Admiral King. Ball in the air, and the tip is controlled by Kimbrough for Lorain Admiral King. Gets it to Feldkamp. Feldkamp back to Kimbrough at the top of the circle. Chris will call out the play. Looks like Avon Lake's in a 2-3 zone of some sort. Kimbrough has it left wing for Dominic Price. He was the man of the hour Saturday. Pass that was intended for Feldkamp, got knocked out of bounds. Admiral King will keep it. And we should remind you that that pregame show was brought to you by Premier Toyota Scion, conveniently located just off Route 2 in Amherst. Thanks to the good folks at Premier Toyota Scion. Foul line, we've got with the basketball, Mike Fairley. Fairley back out to Kimbrough. Kimbrough, foul line jumper. It's up off the back of the rim. No. Rebound comes down to Avon Lake's Jordan Frank. Frank with a long outlet pass for McKelsney. McKelsney puts it up, no good. And here comes Dominic Price on the rebound for Admiral King. Price quickly into the forecourt. Has that skip pass to Feldkamp, now to Kimbrough, and Admiral King will set up the offense. Mike Fairley with the basketball. Fairley goes baseline left for Dominic Price. Price looking, goes to Kimbrough. Kimbrough at the foul line. Kimbrough back to Price. Nice pass, shot up, no, but Dave Zaborniak says we've got a foul on the Shoreman.
Great backdoor cut, good look.
And we're going to get our first foul of the ball game, and that will go to Dave Reichlin, his first, team's first. And we'll have Dominic Price at the line as a team. Admiral King 59%. Price's first free throw, around the rim, and it fell off. Dominic Price is 63% himself.
You know, Rob, it's very simple, cutting to the basket, but, you know, Price did a great job of finding that little soft spot at the bottom of the zone and cut for the draw the foul.
Price again, missed them both. Rebound comes down to Avon Lake, and it's Reichlin. And so far, the Shoremen have not let Admiral King get an offensive rebound. That's going to be a key tonight into the basketball game. Reichland with the basketball. He is guarded by Kimbrough. We want to watch that matchup. Reichland stops inside the foul line, threw it up, no good. Rebound comes down. Avon Lake with it. Frank had it. Cross court to Allhouse, the point guard for three on the left wing. Around the rim and out. Rebound, Jordan Frank has it back to Reichland. Foul line jumper is there.
Got to make a jumper. You're getting too many opportunities. You don't want to come away with nothing.
Dave Reichland with the first points of the game, 2-0, and we're going to get a foul on Tom Allhouse, and that's one of those fouls that you wish you could take back, is Tom hit Mike Farley about 35 feet from the basket. So,
the only thing worse is when your big men commit the foul that far from the basket.
Right. So Allhouse his first, team second. 90 seconds into this one, Avon Lake up 2-0. Rob Polinsky, Scott Zerla live from Avon Lake High School. Mike Fairley with the basketball. Fairley with a dribble. Allhouse on the defense. It got knocked out of Fairley's hands, but Admiral King will keep possession of the basketball.
Good pressure defense by the Shoremen right now, but just when you get beat, don't reach.
Feldkamp gets it back to Chris Kimbrough. Kimbrough had the beautiful pass to Dominic Price for the win. There's a kick out to Price for three, no good. Feldkamp runs down a rebound, but he saved it to Jeff Ickes of Avon Lake. And there's a unforced error as Allhouse trying to quickly get them into the offense, threw it away.
They had the 5-on-4. The problem becomes you rush things too much. You find yourself with the advantage, but you get out of your what you do best.
Eric Smith and the Shoremen don't want to run tonight. Fairley with the basketball. Fairley into the forecourt, got it back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough picks up the dribble back to Fairley. Fairley and Kimbrough play catch. Avon Lake extends that zone. They find Feldkamp at the foul line. Feldkamp will put up the 13-footer off the glass and rim, no good. And Allhouse, the point guard for Avon Lake, will get the carom. Bounce pass ahead to Ickes. Ickes inside. Ickes with the shot off the glass, no good. JT Feldkamp, the rebound for the team from Admiral King. Gets it to Kimbrough. Kimbrough with a long lob for Adrian Casey inside, off his hand and out of bounds. Turnover gives it to the Shoremen.
Thought Casey was going to be able to bring it down and maybe come up with two, but just a little bit out of his reach.
2-0 our score. Avon Lake out in front. Reichland, the jumper off the front of the rim, and it went in. Dave Reichland, that shooter's touch. So Reichland 4, Admiral King nothing. Fairley at the other end. Fairley coast to coast off the glass and rim, no, and now Reichland has the rebound, and he's going to push. Reichland gets it to Allhouse. He's going to lay it up and in. Tom Allhouse with a layup at Avon Lake in the first 3 minutes has surprised Admiral King up 6-0.
With it challenging every shot, and when the shot comes off the rim, they're grabbing the rebound.
Dominic Price has it, got it to Feldkamp. Feldkamp to the basket, put it up, no, but we're going to get a whistle, and Nate Smith says we've got a foul. And he will come over and let us know that the guilty party for Avon Lake is going to be Brian Melkusny. For Melkusny, his first, team's third, foul before the shot. They get it inbounded to Dominic Price. His shot no good. Rebound David Reichland. Boy, the Shoremen are doing the job on the boards in the first half of this first quarter.
Rob, unofficially 7-2 their advantage.
Reichland from Allhouse for three, off the front of the rim, no, out of bounds. Avon Lake will keep it. With a quick shot from Reichland was no good, but they're fortunate to get the ball back. And with 4:39 to go in the opening quarter, Avon Lake got in front 6-0. Inbound to Reichland. Reichland trying to get on Kimbrough. Fights his way to the basket. Nobody was fouled. Nice move that time, Scott, by Dave Reichland.
Rob, I was going to say, really no secret as to how he's able to average 22 points. He gets himself open, and then he's able to create shots when he's defended.
I thought one of the good points Eric Smith made in his pregame is when he told us, though, that Reichland is 47% from the field. So that tells you he's not just jacking up a bunch of shots. He's taking good shots. Reichland at the line on the year, an 80% free throw tosser, and that's what you would expect a good shooter to be. We don't have a team stat on Avon Lake for their team shooting from the line, but Reichland at 80%, easily the best of the Shoremen. They're up 7-0.
You know, Rob, when you shoot 47% from the floor, that means you're making almost everything you put up, be it a good shot or a bad shot.
Yeah, misses the second one, and the rebound comes down to Adrian Casey for Admiral King. They'll get it ahead. Bryant Parker, the first substitution into the game. Now Feldkamp has it at the foul line, out to Parker for three on the right wing. It's in and out and back in. Bryant Parker gets the Admirals on the board. They trail 7-3. Here's the forecourt press for the first time tonight. Melkusny breaks the press, gets the ball to Ickes. Ickes on the three-point line. Ickes back to Allhouse, and Avon Lake will set up shop. Allhouse bounces it inside. Nice play. Got it into Melkusny. Wide open. His first two, and it's 9-3 Avon Lake.
Wide open on the baseline. Point guard made a great pass.
Boy, Admiral King's got to play better defense than that, Scott.
Somebody fell asleep.
Yep. Feldkamp at the foul line, bounce pass to Casey inside. Good strong move by the sophomore. Adrian Casey gets on the board. It's 9-5.
And Feldkamp returns the favor with a terrific bounce pass of his own.
And even though it's only been a couple of times so far, the Shoremen have handled the pressure. There's a bounce pass. Just as I say that, they throw it away, then they get it back. Inside to Milkosny, laid it up and in.
Allshouse keeping his head up, seeing the open man on the turnover.
11-5 Shoremen, 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Bryant Parker with the basketball. Parker has it. Parker going back out to Kimbrough. Kimbrough, top of the circle, drives into the paint, dumped it into Dominic Price. Price around Reichland, off the glass and rim, no. Tipped up by Casey, up and in. Casey with 4, and it's 11-7. Steele on the inbounds, the shot goes up, no. Casey with a tip, no. Casey again, put it up and in. So there's the pressure paying off. It's 11-9. Shoreman lead is just 2.
And it pays off after made baskets. That's the key to the Shoremen. If they can keep the ball out of their the Kings basket.
Nice pass inside. All alone is Jordan Frank. He laid it up and in. Frank with his first 2. 13-9. Even though Avon Lake is up, I think this pace favors Admiral King.
Absolutely.
Price into the forecourt. His team down 4 with 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Dominic looking inside. Pass for Casey. It goes out of bounds. Admiral King will keep.
And Rob, again, the pace will be okay for the Shoremen if they hit their layups and if they make open looks. If they come down and make turnovers and take quick shots and miss them, that's when it won't favor them.
Mike Harelko, Nick Ferment, and Tom Kuznar in for the first time for Avon Lake. They'll inbound it to Adrian Casey. Casey with the 8-footer, no good. On the rebound, it's going to come down to Dave Reichland for Avon Lake. Reichland will bring the dribble across the midcourt stripe. Reichland trying to put a move on Kimbrough, can't. Now he'll dribble back out, goes into the basket, put it up and in. Dave Reichland.
It's a top shelf move.
Yeah, a little shake and bake, and he's got 7 points, and it's 15-9 Avon Lake by 6. Kimbrough with the basketball. And Kimbrough will pass to Andrew Wright, who's into the game for the first time. Wright got it into Casey. Back out Brian Parker. Another 3 goes in the air, no good. Out of bounds off Dave Reichland, and Admiral King will keep possession. Michael Hannibal and Landry Simmons come in for the first time for Michael Scott's ball club. Hannibal's going to inbound.
Also, you can see that the Admiral's doing a much better job working the offensive glass in the last couple of minutes.
Inbound to JT Feldkamp. Feldkamp will hand it off to Andrew Wright, and he'll set up the offense. Wright with a hard pass to Hannibal. Hannibal now will run the point. Michael, a 5'10 junior. He's the backup point to Kimbrough. Hannibal has it. Hannibal top of the circle, left wing. They'll go into Feldkamp. 10-footer, left baseline, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Parker. Offensive rebound. Back up on the right baseline, no good. Loose on the floor. Feldkamp fighting Reichland for it. Feldkamp got it. Feldkamp throws it away through the legs of Andrew Wright.
Again, give the Shoremen credit because the ball was on the floor. Admiral King going for it, but everybody from the Shoremen able to get to the basketball and force the turnover.
15-9 Avon Lake, a minute 35 to go in the first quarter. With the basketball in the backcourt, Tom Kuznar. Kuznar gets it ahead to Reichland. Reichland at the foul line. Nice bounce pass inside. The layup is up and in by Mike Harelko.
The look away by Reichland that time.
Harelko, just a sophomore. How many layups have the Shoremen had after they break the press?
And that's a good thing if you're a Shoreman fan.
They're up 17-9 with a minute 13 to go in the quarter. Feldkamp traveled on his way to the basket. Scott Zarilla helping out Dave Zaborniak with the traveling call up here from Press Row.
Oh, I'm big on the travel calls. I can see those a mile away.
You did good.
Well, you get anxious is what happens, and Feldkamp did exactly that. You know, when you see the lane kind of open up, you're thinking just get in there.
Absolutely. We're going to see coming back in Adrian Casey for Admiral King. JT Feldkamp will get a breather. 1:11 to go in the first quarter. 17-9, Shoreman by 8. Full court pressure by Admiral King after the traveling violation. The inbound comes back to the Shoreman with the basketball. Nick Ferment. Ferment in the backcourt. Ferment with the basketball spins away from a defender. Gets it into the forecourt to Morelko. Morelko outside the three-point line. The shot goes up, no good. And, that's Parker Russell into the game for the first time. Couldn't find him there for a minute. With the basketball, Admiral King has it. Kimbrough in the backcourt. 47 seconds to go in the quarter. Kimbrough with a bounce pass for Hannibal, back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough at the foul line, drives in, put it up, no. Tip back up, no. And the rebound is loose on the floor, out of bounds to who? Avon Lake. And Eric Smith is going to make a quick substitution. Coming in for the Shoremen, Scott Davey, 6-foot senior, will come in for Reichland. They'll give Reichland a breather here with 38 seconds to go in the quarter. And I would expect, if they can handle the pressure and get it across the timeline, The Shoremen up 8 with Reichland on the bench. Might want to go for the last shot if they can handle the press. With the basketball is Kuznar. Kuznar across the timeline. Kuznar with a 4.3 GPA on the year with his pass ahead to Nick Ferment. Ferment has it. Ferment in between the circles to Kuznar. Kuznar for 3. Put it up. Off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. And then it's stolen away as getting the ball and getting tied up was Harelko. He got tied up by Casey. And luckily for the Shoremen, they'll keep possession on the alternating possession arrow. Parker Russell to inbound. He looks, bounced it inside. Shot goes up by Davey. It was blocked. Blocked right back to Parker Russell, and then he traveled. So 10.8 seconds to go, and now Admiral King will presumably get the final shot of the quarter.
You know, Rob, though, I do like the aggressiveness of Avon Lake in the paint there. Try to get something here just to beat the buzzer.
Kimbrough has it. Kimbrough got it to Hannibal. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. Kimbrough has it. Kimbrough's going to get off the 3 at the buzzer. It's good. That's exactly why Avon Lake has to milk the clock at the end of the quarter. They play a good first quarter, and they're only up 5 because Kimbrough hit one from downtown. Our score after one quarter, it's Avon Lake 17, Admiral King 12 on the WEOL Colson and Colson cage matchup.
With nerves of steel, with incomparable courage, with determination and resolve, they go. And wherever and whenever they go, the USO will be there until every brow is soothed and every hand is held, until every battle's won and every song is sung, until everyone comes home.
Start of the second quarter, Admiral King with the ball, trailing 17-12. So they get the possession right after Kimbrough hit that long 3. Kimbrough driving the baseline. Kimbrough with a pass outside for Dominic Price. Price went in hard, had a shot partially blocked. Then it's blocked by David Reichland out of bounds. King will get it back.
Great job interior defense by Mulcusney and Reichland.
Yep.
Just get a piece is all you need to do.
Hannibal, Kimbrough, Casey, Feldkamp, and Price are the 5 out there for Admiral King to start the second quarter. Casey gets it, hands it back off, and it's stolen away by Reichland. Reichland will get it to Allhouse. He is joined out there by Mulcusney, who has the ball right now. Scott Davey out there, and with it is Jordan Frank at the foul line. Those are the 5 for the Shoremen. Pass to Reichland. Reichland drives in hard, missed the short shot, and a rebound comes down to Kimbrough, and here come the Admirals on the run. 3-on-2. Kimbrough passes it out to Hannibal. Jumper from the left baseline, no good. Dominic Price offensive rebound. Offensive foul, Dominic Price, as he went into a little bit too hard Brian Mulcusney. So Mulcusney has done some good things defensively for Avon Lake tonight. 7:12 to go until the Nationwide Insurance halftime show. And during that halftime show, we're going to have our Northern Savings Student Athlete Award. We'll hear from the student athletes. The coaches talk about them from both ball clubs during halftime. Avon Lake with the ball up 5. At halftime, Terry Howell letting us know that North Ridgeville is out in front of Amherst, 42-32. Pass inside to Mulcusney, gets knocked out of bounds off of Mulcusney, and Admiral King has just created a turnover.
Yeah, Mulcusney didn't care for that call very much, but it was a good call.
Michael Hannibal with the ball, gets it across midcourt to Chris Kimbrough. Again, Avon Lake sits back in the zone. Hannibal has it. Hannibal, right wing for Feldkamp. Bounce right back to Hannibal. He and Feldkamp play catch. Feldkamp has it now. Again, back to Hannibal. Hannibal looking inside the Price, got it to him, kicked it back to Feldkamp. Feldkamp looking for a teammate. Back to Hannibal. Admiral's patient here on offense.
As the Shoremen have, as you said, kind of taken a step or so back in that zone they're playing right now. Not quite as extended as they were in the first quarter.
Price didn't have his shoulder squared when he put up that shot. It's no good, and the rebound comes down to Scott Davey for Avon Lake. He'll get it ahead to Allhouse. Allhouse with a pass cross court, David Reichland. 6:13 to go and a half. Shoremen up 17-12. Reichland steps back for 3. Off the rim and glass, no. Rebound Kimbrough for Admiral King. Here comes LAK. Kimbrough into the forecourt. Kimbrough pass to Casey. Strong to the hole. Missed the layup. Rebound Mulcusney to Allhouse. Allhouse across the midcourt stripe. Allhouse into the forecourt. Bounce pass Scott Davey. Davey has it for Reichland. Reichland in the paint. Lost it. Got it back. On the way up. Had it stripped by JT Feldkamp. Good defense by the Admirals, and now JT Feldkamp is going to be fouled in the backcourt, and that one is going to go on Jordan Frank, his first team's fourth.
Yeah, that's a frustration foul without question. Kind of reaching in after it was taken away. Those are the ones you want to have taken back.
Jeff Ickes comes back into the game for Avon Lake. He started, didn't score. He's in for Scott Davey. Both teams going into their bench pretty deep because this pace has been up and down.
As both coaches said they would do, also in preparation of the busy week ahead.
With the basketball in the corners, Price for three. That's too long, no good. Rebound, Reichland. Reichland clears it ahead to Allhouse. Allhouse on the run for the Shoremen. Allhouse on the right wing. Allhouse keeps the dribble, and he'll set up shop in between the circles. Tom guarded by Michael Hannibal. Man-to-man defense, as it has been the whole way for Admiral King. Allhouse gets a 5-second call against him as he didn't make a move to the basket.
Well, Michael Hannibal did a terrific job of just staying right in front of him, moving the feet. And that's what you want to do when your point guards defend the ball up front.
I know Allhouse is mad at his teammates for not moving, but he can look at the official and see he's getting the 5-second call against him and make a move to the basket himself as well. Mike Fairley and Bryant Parker into the game for Admiral King. Fairley back to Kimbrough. Now around the perimeter, JT Feldkamp with it. Bounce pass inside to Casey, kicks it back to Kimbrough for Mike Fairley. Fairley with it. 4:55 to go in the half. Fairley inside, threaded the needle to Casey. He put it up with the left hand around the rim and out. Casey has missed a couple of short shots.
Couple point-blank layups just aren't dropping for the Admirals right now.
But they keep getting those shots, and they will. Melkusny has it. Strong to the basket, laid it up, no. Got his own rebound, lost it to Reichland. He laid it up and in. Avon Lake has had some fortunate bounces, too, so far. They lead 19-12, Reichland with 9.
I told you that in the pregame. Sometimes luck plays a part in success.
Absolutely. With the basketball is Kimbrough. To JT Feldkamp, back to Fairley, over to Kimbrough. Kimbrough for three, put it up and in. Chris Kimbrough with 2 3-pointers now in the first half, and he's drawn to his ball club to within 4 at 19-15.
What I like about Kimbrough when he shoots that long three is he's already shot preparation, taking a step into the shot, makes it a lot easier.
4 minutes to go in the first half. Shoreman by 4. Melkusny with the basketball. Melkusny got it out to Allhouse. Guarded by Fairley. Allhouse with a right-hand dribble. The point guard with a lob for Reichland. That's knocked out of bounds by JT Feldkamp. David Reichland is a marked man. The Admirals know that the Shoremen want to go to him. Dominic Price back in for Admiral King. Parker Russell will re-enter for Avon Lake. Ickes to inbound to Allhouse. Allhouse has it. Allhouse to Parker Russell on the right wing. Russell, his team up 4. Parker with the basketball, handed it off to Ickes. Ickes in the lane. Ickes over Feldkamp, off the glass and in. Jeff Ickes with his first points of the night. And the Shoreman lead again is 6.
Ickes kind of chuckled after he made the shot to one of his teammates, almost as if to say, I did not call glass.
Fairley has it. Fairley baseline right for Dominic Price, and Dave Zaborniak says we're going to foul on Avon Lake. And that one will be on Tom Allhouse's second. Team's 5th. Neither team in the penalty. Boy, the Admiral King Admirals have committed just 2 team fouls to this point. Avon Lake has committed 5. And with 3:23 to go in the first half, Admiral King basketball down 6. The inbound to Kimbrough. Kimbrough cross court. Bryant Parker back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough right wing Fairley back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough's going to drive in, kicks it back out to Parker for a long 3. That one no good. Rebound Parker Russell, good positioning, but then his throw is knocked away and stolen. Got it ahead to Dominic Price. He laid it up and in.
That's a great unselfish play right there by Mike Fairley. He could have kept it himself, but gave it up instead.
Long lead for Parker Russell ahead of the pack. Missed the layup, but it was contested very well by Price. Reichland has an offensive foul, David Reichland. That's a big foul because that's his second. And now with 2:55 to go in a half, will they leave Reichland in up 4? No, he'll come out.
Rob, does Allhouse have 2 fouls as well?
Yes.
Because he is on the bench as well.
Mike Harelko back in. And let's remember this, with 2:55 to go in a half, Scott, 21-17, Avon Lake out in front. What will the Admirals do with Reichland on the bench, and will they leave him on the bench the rest of the half? One would think they would. Price gets the ball to Kimbrough. Kimbrough cross court for Bryant Parker. Parker on the left wing looking. Baseline left Fairley. Fairley gets around his man, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the baseline.
Well, Rob, to further your point, they're up 4 points with 2:37 to go. If they can kind of keep that, sure, keep them on the bench. If things start to get away, depending upon the situation, you've seen coaches bring him in with 30 seconds to go if things get away too fast.
My guess is he'll sit on the bench the rest of the half no matter what happens. That's just a guess.
And he and Allhouse wouldn't be a problem to see that at all.
Now Fairley goes to the line because Avon Lake has just committed their 7th team foul. That one on Mike Harelko, his first, again the team's 7th. Mike Fairley, the front end of the 1-and-1, rimmed it out, no good. Fairley, just a 50% free throw tosser on the year. So it's Avon Lake Shoreman basketball. With it is Nick Ferment back in there for Allhouse. Ferment running the point. Pass is going to be intercepted and stolen by Kimbrough. Kimbrough around Cousinar, nice play, laid it up and in. Kimbrough with 8. 21-19, and Avon Lake has to weather this storm at the end of the half. Parker Russell got away with carrying the ball. His bounce pass to Nick Ferment. They get it inside. Nice pass to Harelko. He laid it up and in. Harelko with 4. 2 minutes to go in the half.
Rob, you can see the Admirals really extending their pressure as well, knowing that the 2 main ball handlers for Avon Lake are now on the bench.
Russell or Parker, Brian Parker with the shot, no good. Dominic Price got the rebound, put it up and in. Price with 4, and it's 23-21 Avon Lake. 1:45 to go in the half. Ahead of the pack is Ickes. Ickes laid it up and in. Again, they break that pressure, and Harelko, being 6'5", can see the floor, and he got it to Ickes, who put it in.
And the big men for the Shoremen running the floor very well in the first half.
When you break a press, sometimes you can get the easy layup. It's that risk reward. And Admiral King going for the turnovers. If they break you, they can get the easy layup, and Avon Lake has done that. Feldkamp, foul line jumper at the left elbow, no good. Rebound, Ickes for Shoreman. They're up 25-21 with 1:10 to go in the first half. And here they should slow it up offensively. Ferment has it. Ferment left wing for Russell. Russell on the three-point line. Russell to Cousinar. Cousinar back out to Russell. 1 minute to play in the half. Ferment try to get it inside. It's knocked around and almost stolen. Now it is stolen by Kimbrough. Kimbrough into the forecourt. Kimbrough's going to lay it up. Around the rim and out. Rebound comes down to Avon Lake.
Tom Cousinar, nice job of hustling back to challenge the layup.
Nick Ferment with the basketball. Ferment across the 10-second line. 40 seconds to go. Ferment between the legs with a dribble. Pass to Parker Russell. Russell looking. Russell gave up his, no, he didn't give up his dribble. He dribbles, and now he's going to stop with a foul line jumper, no good. Rebound, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the Shoreman, and that is not what Avon Lake wants, and that's what Eric Smith is telling Parker Russell.
Again, as I said earlier, Rob, you hate when your big men commit fouls out of the paint and too far out on the three-point line.
See, I don't give that foul to Ickes. It is, but that's Parker Russell. He took that jumper ill-advised, or else you don't have the rebound, and Mount Parker Russell's going to sit on the bench. And on the foul is Ickes. That'll be his first, team's 8th. 1-and-1 for Fairley. He just missed. He's a 50% free throw tosser on the year, looking for his first point.
Admiral King just a 58.8% free throw shooting team.
And Fairley missed them both. The rebound comes out to Price to Fairley for 3. Off the back of the rim, no, and it went off the support. That's out of bounds to Avon Lake with 22 seconds to go in the half.
Shoreman dodging a couple of bullets right here.
Again, we want to remind you, tonight's game and all high school basketball games on WEOL this season can be heard online at LorainCounty.com Sports. Hear them live or on demand for all the action all season. Join your neighbors. Log on to LorainCounty.com. Avon Lake couldn't log in. They could not inbound. They'll take a 30-second timeout. We will as well. Shoreman by 5 on the WEOL. Colson and Colson cage matchup.
There's a place where a total stranger will give their blood to save your life. A place where someone you never knew will save your child from drowning. Where someone will give you food and shelter after a flood. That place is called America. Where we look out for each other. When you help the American Red Cross, you help America.
Avon Lake to inbound after their first time out of the ball game. 19 seconds to go in the half. They're up by 4. Long lob ahead for Milkosny. He'll bring it back out. Avon Lake wants one shot. Ferment has the basketball. 10 seconds to play in the half. To Milkosny, back to Ferment. Ferment with 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Milkosny. Ferment has it for 3. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out, and that'll do it for the first half. One half of basketball is in the books. The Avon Lake Shoremen surprising the Admiral King Admirals at halftime. They lead it 25-21. You're listening to the WEOL Colson and Colson cage matchup.
Your lawnmower needs serviced. Your snowblower doesn't work. Your riding mower needs repaired. Who are you going to call? To avoid all this frustration and for no mower worries, call Mark Furman Mobile Mower Service at 315-0250. Mark Furman Mobile Mower Service makes good old-fashioned house calls. Most services done on-site at your home when it's convenient for you. He's been servicing the area's power equipment needs for over 30 years, servicing most makes, including Sears, MTD yard machines, Briggs & Stratton, and other major name brands. Remember, for no mower worries and for fast, experienced professional service, call Mark Furman Mobile Mower Service at 315-0250.
Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help with 8 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Avon, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now its newest location at Park Avenue and Levitt Road in Amherst. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured. Looking for the right color, the right style, the right price for your floor coverings? Well, you can find them all at Ted's Floor Coverings, the only place you need to shop for affordable custom flooring. Whether you're looking for area rugs, carpeting, laminates, ceramic, or marble, you'll enjoy browsing through one of the largest showrooms in Northeast Ohio. Their talented staff will even help with your design questions. Ted's is proud to showcase the Kathy Ireland Shades of America collection. Shop at Ted's Floor Covering, 668 Broadway, downtown Lorain, a local company committed to our community. Ted Kalo, President.
There is a new bank in town, Mortgage Plus Bank. We offer conventional purchases and refinance loans, debt consolidation, home equity lines of credit, construction loans, commercial loans, and we even offer 100% to 125% loans. Hi, I'm Scotty Campan of Mortgage Plus Bank. If you have high credit card debt, if your monthly payment is just too high and you can't get ahead, please call us today, and we can save you $500 on your processing fee. I know we can help you.
Your one-stop place for something really special is Impressions, corner of Oberlin Avenue and Tower Boulevard. T-shirts and sweatshirts personally designed to your specific needs. Anything from bears, trains to zebras, and specially designed hats as well. And don't forget Impressions, your one-stop spot for school jackets. See Dave, the designer expert at Impressions, Oberlin Avenue at Tower Boulevard, right here in Lorain.
I am Mike Delgado of American Midwest Mortgage. If you are looking to purchase or refinance a home, I can personally help guide you in selecting a perfect program that fits your budget. Whether it's a no money down, FHA, investment property, or one of the other programs that I can offer, put that side by side with our low interest rates for a great savings combination. If you want the professional, personal touch, then remember to call Mike Delgado at 440-308-1019.
Se habla español.
Real education means great teaching.
Professors with real-world experience who care.
It means great jobs for recent graduates.
And being prepared for a great paying career.
That's why we hire LCCC graduates.
Low tuition, flexible classes, and LCCC credits transfer. LCCC is a great value.
Some of the best people you meet have something in common. Lorain County Community College and the University Partnership. Real education gets real results.
Lorain School Employees Credit Union, 4459 Oberlin Avenue, Lorain. If you're an employee of the Lorain Board of Education or an employee's family member, you're eligible for the lowest rates, the best products, and the friendliest service in banking with Lorain School ECU. Speak with us about a membership today and start reaping the rewards of membership with Lorain School ECU. Phone 440-282-4600.
Start of the second half, it's the Shoremen with the basketball. Let you know that you were listening to the Nationwide Insurance Halftime Show. It was brought to you by the Lorain County Nationwide Agents. Find your kind of agent. Call a Nationwide agent today. Shorman throw it away on their first possession. They'll give the ball back to Admiral King.
Well,
Scott.
Rob, you can see right out of the gate the Admiral King Admirals have extended that defense just a little bit, up that pressure just a little bit, maybe try to get that tempo a little bit up more where they would like it to get some easy baskets.
The teams exchange baskets, and now it'll be Admiral King going right to left, Avon Lake going left to right on your radio dial, and with the basketball is Chris Kimbrough to Feldkamp. Feldkamp with a bounce pass inside Adrian Casey, and he lays it up and in, and Casey with 8. That's one of the things I thought Admiral King didn't do very well in the first half, is get the ball inside of their big sophomore post player.
Well, give credit to the Avon Lake Shoremen as they were, as we talked about, able to play that good zone defense and sit back in it just enough to take the interior away.
Allhouse with the basketball, bounce pass for Reichland. Kimbrough went for the steal, didn't get it. Reichland puts up the jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to Dominic Price of Admiral King. Price, Fairley, Feldkamp, Casey, and Kimbrough are the 5 on the floor for Admiral King, as we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Avon Lake, and that foul is going to be whistled on Jordan Frank. Frank is brought out there by Allhouse, Reichland, Melkusny, and Ickes, the original starting 5 for both clubs, out there to start the second half.
Rob, one of the keys for Avon Lake, Eric Smith told us, to hit the glass and limit the second shots of Admiral King. Unofficially 18-10, they out-rebounded the visitors in the first half, and many of those, of course, defensive rebounds, keeping the Admirals to just one shot.
How big is that? Well, Admiral King had 50 rebounds in the win over Southview on Saturday. Second free throw up by Fairley, but again, part of that was they shot 25%. There was a lot of rebounds.
That's true, that's right.
Reichland with the basketball. Reichland into the forecourt. Reichland's going to drive, put it up off the glass and in. David Reichland, his first points of the second half. He has 11, and it's 27-24 Shoreman. Price with a spin move, lost it on his way up, stolen by Allhouse, but then Price ran it back and got it. Over to Fairley. Fairley's going to drive into the paint. Fairley with a nice bounce pass to Adrian Casey, laid it up and in. Beautiful pass from Fairley, Scott.
And Casey may have just shuffled his feet just a little bit, but the officials didn't agree.
And now we do get a shuffle of feet on Avon Lake. Turnover, give the ball back to Admiral King. They're looking for their first lead, down 27-26. There it is. They find Feldkamp on the easy inbound play, 28-27. Admiral King by 1, their first lead of the night.
And right now is exactly what the Admirals want it to be.
Trying to push that tempo again. Allhouse at the other end, breaks the press, laid it up and in.
And that's a big basket. The Shoremen needed to kind of stop the bleeding there real quick.
Fairley with a basketball, back to Kimbrough. Again, you can watch this game on WLCS TV 20. Joe Bach and his staff at Lorain City Schools Television will have this on tomorrow morning at 11 and in the afternoon at 5. They got it into Casey. Casey was 6 in the quarter, 14 overall, 30-29 Admirals. Fairley went for the steal, knocked it out of bounds. Avon Lake to inbound, but it looks like Admiral King has turned it up a notch here to start the second half.
And Adrian Casey playing big on the inside, 6'4" sophomore. He got a nice soft touch around the baseline and has come up with a couple of baskets here early in the third.
They get it to Reichland. Reichland 2-on-1. Pass for Jordan Frank. Frank double team. Got it to Ickes in the paint. Ickes over Feldkamp. Off the back of the rim. No. Rebound Adrian Casey for the Admirals. He'll hand it off to Kimbrough, the point guard. Kimbrough quickly into the forecourt. Goes to the foul line. Chris keeps the dribble. Now goes cross court for Mike Fairley. 5:15 to go in the third. Admirals by 1. Casey has it. Casey's been hot. Back out to Kimbrough. Kimbrough, foul line jumper, put it up and in.
Give Casey a lot of credit because he was wide open, but thought better of it and found the teammate for the open jump shot.
I think that's the unselfishness Michael Scott was talking in the pregame. At the other end, Reichland breaks the press, went up, no, but JT Feldkamp got him. So Feldkamp with a foul, his first, team's first. Boy, one of the keys in that first half to me, the fact that Admiral King just committed 2 team fouls. They have nobody that has more than 1 foul.
What I like about Reichland is the fact that he comes back and he goes strong to the basket. He doesn't settle. He will be aggressive and apply the pressure onto the defense and make them work. And if he's not getting a basket, he's going to the free throw line.
Reichland there makes the first of 2 free throws. He has 12 points tonight, 3 of them here in the third quarter. 32-30, Admiral King by 2 with 4:59 to go in the third quarter in what's been a very entertaining Colson and Colson cage matchup.
Again, 2 teams that, according to their coaches, have been playing their best basketball in the last couple of weeks. Of course, 5 in a row for the visiting Admirals.
And I think we've seen shades of that tonight from both teams. Reichland made them both, Scott. It's 32-31.
Well, Michael Scott told us that his guys need to be consistent for the full 32 minutes. I don't think they've been so far, at least in the first half, but maybe they can turn things around here again. Here's some more in the second half.
Kimbrough with the jumper, nobody was fouled, and Nate Smith will let us know that it's Tom Allhouse getting his third. So the Avon Lake Shoremen are in a little bit of foul trouble. Allhouse has 3. Reichlin and Frank each have 2. Kimbrough at the line for 2, rimmed it out, no good.
Yeah, Allhouse going to have to take a chair, and that's going to be a risky proposition for the Shoremen. You don't want to pick up 4, but the way the pressure has been coming on by Admiral King, you hate to lose your best ball handler and your starting point guard.
And Kimbrough makes 1 out of 2. The good news for the Shoreman fans is Nick Ferment, who comes in, has played pretty well in the first half.
Yes.
Ferment with the basketball, double team. Back to Ickes. Ickes will break the press with a lob for Reichlin. Reichlin runs the ball down into the forecourt. Reichlin on the dribble. Reichlin got it to Jordan Frank. Kimbrough went for the foul, didn't get it, and Chris got too much of Jordan Frank. It'll be his second, team second. Stay tuned. The Liberty Ford and Lincoln Mercury postgame show coming up as soon as Scott and I are done from Avon Lake High School. Again, special thanks to Chief Engineer Glenn Smith. He's had a busy week as well, coming out here setting us up. And back at the studios, Terry Howell doing a great job as he always does. We appreciate everyone's efforts tonight. With the basketball in the corner, you see Reichlin. Reichlin with the basketball. I guess you don't see it. This is radio. Right? I'm thinking about Joe Bach too much. They get it inside. Melkusny laid it up and in.
But good recovery. Good recovery.
Melkusny was 6. We're tied at 33. The bounce pass inside, the layup up. No, but we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Fouls beginning to mount here in the third quarter. Adrian Casey will go to the line. That foul on Jordan Frank, his third.
Well, part of it too, Rob, is the fact that Admiral King has been able to get into the paint and applying the pressure on the defensive, the big fellas for Avon Lake. And if they're not scoring a basket, they're getting fouled.
Speaking of the paint, don't forget tonight's Warren the Paint Award will be brought to you in the postgame show. And that, of course, is courtesy of the fine folks down at Paintball World. Adrian Casey missed the free throw. He's got a dozen, 6 in each half.
What a nice segue. Boy, you're on. You are just...
20 years.
You're bound to get a good night eventually. Is that what you're going to say?
One every 20 years. Casey misses the second free throw. The rebound comes down to Mike Harelko. Harelko back into the game for the Shoremen. He had a steady first half with 4 points. Melkusny with a bounce pass for Nick Ferment. Ferment inside the three-point line. Back to Melkusny. He'll drive strong. Shot blocked by Casey. A foul on Adrian Casey. Not with the shot block, but with the body. Dave Zaborniak said a push on Adrian Casey because I think he got all ball.
He definitely got all ball. That's why I cringed at first.
And you could see Dave Zaborniak make that call to show that it was a push. Foul on Melkusny. Foul on him, or I should say free throw by Melkusny. He has 7 points now. Bryan came in at 62%. Again, Avon Lake didn't provide their team stats for team foul shooting. But Melkusny makes them both. He'll add to that 62%. It's 35-33.
Great looking free throw shooter. Perfect rotation. Nice tight spin for both free throws.
Hannibal into the ball game for Lorain Admiral King. He saw action in the first half. Gets it to JT Feldkamp. JT pulls it back out. A foul away from the ball as this one gets called a lot closer in the second half than it was in the first half. And that foul will be on Nick Ferment. Ferment's first, team's fourth. Bounce pass to Feldkamp. Feldkamp in the paint. Couldn't get it off. Gets it to Hannibal. Also into the game, Darrell Williams for the first time. Williams with the basketball. Darrell at the foul line. Darrell in the paint. Lost it going behind his back. Long lob for Reichlin. Reichlin will spin around Hannibal. And we're going to get an offensive charge on David Reichlin, his third. Oh, what a job by Michael Hannibal. He just took a charge, and now will Reichlin come out with 3 fouls.
Well, it goes back to what I said a moment ago. I like his aggressiveness. The problem was he never really had the handle of the basketball and tried to still get to the basket. Therefore, you come up with the offensive foul.
And the answer is he will come out. Tom Cousinar replaces David Reichlin. How long will Reichlin sit on the bench with 3 fouls? 3:16 to go in the third. And the Shoremen have a 2-point lead over Admiral King. Obviously, that answer will in part be how this next 3 minutes go. Casey with the basketball. Casey cross court for Kimbrough. Kimbrough traveled. Play gets a little bit sloppy. 3:02 to go in the ball game.
Rob, the Shoremen were able to survive. They were up 21-17 with 2:55 to go when Reichland picked up his third personal foul, his second, in the first half. Still held that 4-point advantage at the break. Right now, they're up 2. Let's see what happens through the rest of the third quarter.
And it's not just him, it's the other fouls that are mounting as well. There's several starters on the bench with 3 fouls. Shot up by Ickes, no good. Rebound comes down to Fairley.
Allhouse has 3 as well.
The Admiral's on the run. Fairley has it. Fairley back to Feldkamp. Jordan Frank also with 3 fouls for Avon Lake. Kimbrough in the corner, a 10-footer. It's up and in. Chris Kimbrough now with 13 points, 5 of them in the third quarter, and we're all tied at 35 with 2.5 minutes to go in quarter number 3.
Well, this goes back to what Eric Smith was telling us prior to the ball game about the fact that his underclassmen have stepped up and played well. They're going to have to tonight because the leadership of the 3 seniors all down, like you said, with 3 personals.
Pass intercepted from Melchusney, intercepted by Kimbrough ahead of the pack. He'll lay it up and in. Kimbrough with 15. Admiral King regains the lead, 37-35, 2:05 to go in the third. And can Avon Lake hang on in the last 2 minutes of the third quarter with several starters on the bench in foul trouble? Bounce pass, they get it ahead. Nice pass to Cousinar, laid it up, rimmed it out, no good. Rebound Ickes, back up, no. Rebound Feldkamp. 2 shots, point blank range, they miss. And then they compound the problem with a foul by Mike Horelko.
Yeah, Rob, you've got to make the point-blank shots. You've got to make your wide-open jumpers in a situation where, as we said, your top guys are down with foul trouble.
Eric Smith clapping the effort of his ball club. Looking at that clock, hoping the third quarter will run out with his starters on the bench next to him. 1:40 to go in the third. His team down 2. JT Feldkamp with the basketball. Feldkamp in between the circles. Cross court for Hannibal. Hannibal almost traveled. Gets it to Kimbrough on the left wing. Kimbrough drives in. Kimbrough with the floater off the glass and in. Boy, Kimbrough with 9 in the quarter, 17 overall. And is he playing a good ball game? 39-35. Admirals by 4, their biggest lead of the night. Cousinar with the basketball. 1:15 to go in the third. Cousinar dribbling in, had his pocket picked. Here's the long lead for Fairley. Fairley runs it down before it went out of bounds.
Fairley did a great job, too. Instead of trying to get it and somehow score, he was satisfied with just coming up with it.
Hannibal has it. Hannibal, cross-court Kimbrough. Kimbrough's been hot. Jumps in, put it up, no, but he's going to the line for 2.
Kimbrough applying the pressure, and again, just like Reichland in the first half, he's either scoring or he's drawing the personal foul.
And Eric Smith, you can look at him down there and see he is torn as to what to do. Do I bring my guys in with 3 fouls with a minute to go in the third, or do I try to hang on here? Kimbrough at the line for 2. It's up and rimmed it out, no good.
Well, Rob, that's the fine line to walk because it's only 4, but you don't want it to become 6, 7,
right.
8 into the fourth quarter.
Allhouse, Reichland, Frank, all on the bench with 3 fouls apiece for Avon Lake. Kimbrough missed the free throw, 71% free throw tosser on the year. The second effort up and in. The more I see Chris Kimbrough, the more I like the sophomore. 40-35 Admirals. He'll come out. Vincent Lee, 5'10 sophomore, averaging 1.5 points, comes in to give him a breather.
We know Rob, he plays with a lot of poise, and he does a lot of things well. The way he runs the offense, he directs the offense, but he's also able to get himself into the offense without being selfish.
He doesn't force it. They get it inside to Ickes. Ickes up, no, but he was fouled. Nice pass, Nick Fremen found Ickes in the paint. Ickes put it up, no, but Nate Smith will let us know that for Admiral King, the guilty party is going to be Vincent Lee.
Well, hopefully Ickes can make the free throws because, again, they had a chance for an easy 2. Didn't get it to drop, but maybe he can make the free throws.
Ickes on the year, 64%. Puts it up and in. Jeff, a 6'4", 11th grader. His first point of the second half, he has 5 overall. And Scott Davey will come in, a 6-foot senior at 2.5 points a game. He'll come in for Melchusney.
Melchusney going to steal 44 seconds plus the between quarter break to get him some rest because, he'll be getting his minutes in the fourth quarter.
Ickes again missed the second one. Rebound out of bounds to Avon Lake. Wow. Good job by Horelko keeping that alive. Knocked it off of, well, I guess they are going to give it to, no, they are going to give it to Avon Lake. Feldkamp was in position to inbound. They said, nope, you're on the wrong team. They get it into Horelko. Horelko back to Davey. Davey outside Cousinar. Jumper in the corner, no good. Rebound comes down to Dominic Price to Fairley. 33 seconds to go in the quarter. Fairley for 3, left wing, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Nick Ferment.
Maybe a little quick on that jumper.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go. Eric Smith says slow down. Avon Lake basketball down 4. 40-36 with 19 seconds to go in the quarter. Ferment on the drive, gets it to Scott Davey, left wing. Davey trying to get it inside. JT Feldkamp with a darn good steal. Got it to Michael Hannibal. Hannibal into the forecourt to Fairley. Another three in the corner. It's off the rim and out of bounds. Give the ball back to Avon Lake. Speaking of quick jumpers, 4.3 to go in the quarter.
2 in a row by Fairley. Again, nothing wrong with taking an open shot, but they both may have been just a little bit too quick.
Ferment with a pass. The shot goes up at the buzzer by Morelco. No good. We've played 3 quarters. Our score, Admiral King 40, Avon Lake 36. Stay tuned. The fourth quarter coming up on the WEOL. Colson and Colson cage matchup.
Freedom to think for yourself.
To disagree with the government.
Freedom to be equal.
To be different.
Freedom to raise a family.
To marry the man I love.
The freedom to worship the God of my choice.
To live with dignity.
The freedom to be me.
To be whatever I want to be.
Defending freedom for over 200 years.
Today, Matthew has no rules, just joy.
The snow tastes like popsicle.
Today, my son Matthew isn't a kid who is sick. He's just a kid with a wish to see snow.
My lucky day.
Start of the fourth quarter, Admiral King outscored Avon Lake 19-11 to turn a 4-point deficit into a 4-point lead after 3. Can they hang on? Feldkamp with the basketball. Feldkamp to Dominic Price in the corner. Now they dump it into Casey. Casey around Frank, the running right-hander. It's up and in.
That's a pretty move across the lane with the soft little running right-hand hook.
Also, Kimbrough and Feldkamp are the other 2 out there for Admiral King. It's Allhouse, Frank, Reichland, Ickes, and Scott Davey, the 5 out there for Avon Lake. So the Shoremen down 6, have their top guns in. Reichland puts it up off the front of the rim. No, got his own rebound, put it up and in.
Good second effort by Reichland.
Tomorrow, Avon Lake will entertain Brecksville. Friday, they'll entertain Westlake to end the regular season. Friday night, Admiral King will end the regular season hosting Cleveland Heights. 42-38, Admiral King with the lead with 7:03 to go in the ball game. Feldkamp baseline left, got it to Casey. They work it around the perimeter. That's Mike Fairley, or Chris Kimbrough, I'm sorry, in the corner with it. Back out to Michael Hannibal. Hannibal back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough had a big third quarter. He had 10 points, 10 of his 18 points in the third. Dominic Price with it. Price was the hero Saturday over Southview. Price on the way to the basket, off the glass and rim, no. Rebound comes down to Ickes for Avon Lake. Gets it to Allhouse. Allhouse with the basketball, his team down 4. We played 90 seconds of the fourth quarter. Ickes has it. Left elbow jumper, put it up, no good. Rebound, Chris Kimbrough, and he's going to be fouled. So, Scott, some of your thoughts here as we wind down with 6:24 to go. It's a 4-point spread for the Admiral.
Well, Admiral King doing a better job on the glass, and again, they're able to extend their defense a little bit, apply the pressure, forcing some turnovers, getting easy baskets, and again, Kimbrough doing the job on the outside with Casey doing it on the inside. Just the 1-2 punch right now, too much for the Shoremen. But again, they're just down 4 points.
Jordan Frank gets whistled for the foul, his 4th. They're in the bonus. That's their 8th. Admiral King has just committed 4 team fouls. For the game, the Admirals at both halves have only committed 6 fouls. For their trapping and pressing style, that's hard to believe.
Just going to say, and with that kind of a tempo, very surprising. But that just goes to show that you can do that under control.
Right. Move your feet.
If at all possible, absolutely. And don't reach too much.
Right. Just move your feet. Scott Davey comes out of the ball game. Free throw up and in. Kimbrough made them both. 44-38, 6:22 to go in the game. Allhouse with it. Allhouse into the forecourt. Allhouse on the three-point line. Tom Allhouse will come back out between the circles. Allhouse and his team down 6. Tom back outside. Nate Smith starts the 5 count. Gets it in the corner to Melkusny. Melkusny can't get it off. He goes to Reichland. Reichland will launch one off the rim, no good. Rebound Kimbrough, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the floor.
Dominic Price.
Oh boy, no, they're going to get JT Feldkamp for a push, and Coach Scott, I think, wants a timeout, and he will. He'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. 44-38 Admiral, 6:03 to go on the WEOL. Colson and Colson Cates matchup.
For the people in our armed forces, it's a time of sacrifice, a time of duty. That's why we've joined together to form the Armed Forces Relief Trust to help military families cope with financial and medical emergencies at home. The 4 military aid societies gave millions last year to cover unexpected medical expenses, child care, and more. But with so many overseas, the need is greater than ever. They're serving us. Let's serve them in return.
Start of the fourth quarter, a couple scores from Terry Howell. North Ridgeville leads Amherst 57-47. And Normandy has turned the table on Elyria. They lead in the fourth quarter at Elyria High School 49-42. And Michael Scott now getting a explanation from Zeno Regas, although I don't know if he believes the explanation
yeah,
on
right.
the last foul call.
Getting it and buying it are two different things.
They get it inside to Reichland. Reichland put it up, no, and he is fouled. And while he goes to the line, we want to remind you that tonight's game and all high school basketball games, once again on WEOL this year, can be heard online at LorainCounty.com sports. You can hear them live or go back on demand. For all the action all season, join your neighbors and log on to LorainCounty.com. We do appreciate all the hard work the folks at LorainCounty.com do for us. Reichland at the line for 2. Dave puts it up and in. Boy, he is smooth at that line. I've always thought that fourth quarter, I wish you could keep percentages of just fourth quarter free throws. He's 80% on the year. I always feel that the ones in the fourth quarter just a little bit tired or tougher when you're a little tired out there.
To the game last week where Independence were able to hang on for a 1-point lead. They're a 60% free throw shooting team, hit 7 of 8 in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Yep.
Reichland missed that one, so the 80%er went 1 out of 2 on that trip. 44-39. Kimbrough with the basketball. Price saved it from going out of bounds. 5:45 to go. King up by 5. Feldkamp with the basketball. Feldkamp left-hand dribble now goes to Hannibal in the corner. Back to JT Feldkamp up top in between the circles. He'll hand it off to Dominic Price, and they'll reset the offense.
Like the patience of the Admirals right now. No need to force anything.
Exactly. With that 5-point lead, Kimbrough has it. Kimbrough's going to go hard to the hole, though, and miss it off the glass and rim.
Yeah, just as we say that, he forces one up.
It never fails to happen.
It's like jinxing a free throw.
Yep, now Cusney with a jumper up, no good. Rebound, Adrian Casey had it, and Reichland went for the rebound out of bounds to Admiral King. Want to remind you that tonight's game will be heard on, or will be seen on WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television. Joe Bach and the staff will air it tomorrow at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on WLCS TV 20 for all you folks living and listening in Lorain. With the basketball is Hannibal. 5 minutes to go. Hannibal got it to Price. Price will drive. Beautiful dump to Feldkamp. Laid it in.
Michael Scott just kind of made the fist and very happy with the great no-look pass for the layup.
Admirals wanted the turnover, and Nate Smith says it was tipped, so Avon Lake will inbound it. They'll keep possession up 46-39 with 4:54 to go.
Michael Scott having a little fun with some of the officials down below, clapping in his disapproval.
He always does. Third-year head coach, one of the more animated head coaches in Lorain County. His team with their biggest lead at 7. Reichland with a big jumper. He hit it. Reichland for 3. 46-42. 4:35 to go. Boy, the Shoremen needed that in the worst way, Scott.
And that's what your big-time players do. They hit big-time shots when you need them.
Zarilla. Kimbrough
here.
And Feldkamp play catch. Scott's eligibility is used.
Long used up.
Feldkamp got it over to Dominic Price. Price with the basketball. Price looking. Price bounced it into Casey. Back out to Price. Price drove in. No fouls. He ran over somebody in the corner to Hannibal for 3. In and out. Back out. No good. Rebound Casey. No rebound. Ickes for Avon Lake. Shoreman basketball. They get it to Allhouse. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Allhouse threw a crazy pass that Ickes came up with, but then Kimbrough stole away. Kimbrough has it. Kimbrough lays it up. Missed it. Rebound, David Reichland will get it. Boy, Avon Lake got lucky there. Reichland in the backcourt, got it to Allhouse. Eric Smith says, slow down.
Well, Kimbrough got away with the foul on the steal prior to the missed layup.
3:40 to go. Avon Lake with a basketball, down 4. Melkusny with a basketball, cross-court Allhouse. Allhouse at the foul line. Allhouse spins in. Allhouse put it up, no. But we're going to get a foul offensively or traveling. Thank you. And that will take it away and give it back to Admiral King, up 4. Each team with 4 timeouts remaining, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start to burn them here. 3.5 minutes to go. King basketball up 4. It's been close all the way throughout this one. Hannibal has it. Hannibal got it to the foul line to Feldkamp. Feldkamp inside, put it up and in.
Goes with the left hand. Nice soft little jumper in the lane to put him up 6.
Feldkamp, who didn't score in the first half, has 6 now, and the lead is 6. 3:05 to go. Admiral's up by 6. Reichland has it. Reichland double team. Reichland lost it, wanted a foul, didn't get it. Kimbrough has it. Kimbrough into the forecourt. Kimbrough to Casey, and they need a timeout. Casey laid it up and in. There's the timeout for Eric Smith, but it might be too little, too late. 2:54 to go. 50-42 Admiral King on the WEOL. Colson and Colson. Cage matchup.
In a military warehouse south of Washington, D.C., things have quieted down for the evening. Earlier today, volunteers stuffed over 10,000 USO care packages and sent them to our troops around the world, full of little things that carry an enormous message. Little things like thank you, like we'll never forget you. Little things. We're all about the little things. We're the USO. So are you. Please donate today at USO.org.
Shoremen with 3 timeouts remaining, Admiral King with 4. 2:54 to go. The Shoremen facing their biggest deficit of the evening at 8, and they have to execute perfectly down the stretch if they're going to come back.
Good timeout by Eric Smith. Now let's see what the Shoremen do out of the timeout, and the Admirals coming up on full court man-to-man pressure.
Allhouse with the basketball. Allhouse into the forecourt. Tom Allhouse picks up the ball as he's guarded by Kimbrough. Got it to Reichland. Tough man-to-man defense for Admiral King. Reichland is a marked man. His price is all over him. They get it inside to Ickes. Ickes over Feldkamp, put it up and in.
Big basket by Ickes.
They're not going to let Reichland beat them down the stretch. 50-44. Admirals by 6. Kimbrough at the other end quickly. Foul line jumper. It's up around the rim and in. Big shot, Chris Kimbrough. Kimbrough with 22. 52-44. 2:15 to go. Allhouse into the forecourt. Allhouse gets it in the corner to Herelko. Back to Allhouse. Allhouse with a basketball. Allhouse will come, he gets rid of it to Reichland. Reichland just outside the foul line, and he is going to be fouled, and that will put Avon Lake in the 1-and-1 bonus.
Dominic Price on the double team from behind, got a little too tight on Reichland.
Don't forget, we've got the Liberty Ford Lincoln Mercury postgame show coming up. And Nick Ferment in for Herelko for Avon Lake. Reichland again came into the game at 80% from the line. He came in at 22.5 points a game, and so far he has 19. 10 in the second half, 9 in the first half. And he has made 4 free throws tonight. David puts it up and in. Reichland with 20. It's 52-45. Admiral King with 2:01 to go.
Good situation for the Shoremen. Your best free throw shooter, make another free throw, but then you've got to start getting some stops.
Eric Smith and Dave Zaborniak talking. See if they take a timeout if they make the free throw. Nope, they don't. That wasn't what it was about. Reichland made them both. 52-46. Kimbrough into the forecourt. Kimbrough quickly passed to Casey, laid it up and in. They can't get stops doing that.
And Kimbrough did a fabulous job of breaking the press by himself and finding the open man for the easy layup.
Well, we know that Avon Lake doesn't want to press Admiral King, but down 8, they don't have much choice. With the basketball is Allhouse, so when they beat it, they get easy layups. To Reichland. Reichland laid it up and in. Timeout, Avon Lake. Reichland with a layup. We're back after this.
A message from the President of the United States.
I ask you to visit unitedway.org to find out how you too can become a part of America's armies of compassion. By serving a cause greater than yourself, you will make your life richer and build a more hopeful future for our world.
Three-point play. There was a foul called. My mistake. It wasn't a timeout, the whistle. There was a foul called as Reichland got hit. Made the three-point play. Now at the other end, we're going to get a basket made on the layup by Adrian Casey. It is now 56-49. Admiral King with 1:20 to go in the ball game. Allhouse with the basketball across midcourt. Allhouse got it to Ferment. Ferment in the corner. Ferment cross-court Ickes. Ickes with it. Ickes looking. Ickes had his pocket picked, then he got it back. Ickes back to Allhouse. Avon Lake needs to use some urgency here. Pass to Reichland, a minute to play. They're down 7. Reichland double team, forced it up and in. Oh my. And now we do get a timeout called by Avon Lake. We'll take a 60-second timeout. 57 seconds to go. The Admirals lead by 5 on AM 930 WEOL.
Our traditions of democracy, cultural diversity, and a free enterprise can be traced to the 1607 founding of Jamestown, Virginia, America's first permanent English settlement. Join me as we commemorate America's 400th anniversary, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to honor a journey that changed the world.
And welcome back to Avon Lake High School. Rob Polinsky along with Scott Zarilla. We are live from the home of the Shoremen. They trail 56-51, 57.1 seconds to go. Oh, I think a well-played game by both teams.
Very good, absolutely. It's been a little bit, it was more Avon Lake in the first half and more Admiral King here in the second half.
In the backcourt, Feldkamp with it. The pressure on Kimbrough. Kimbrough will be fouled in the backcourt. We're going to have a 1-and-1. I think this is a good late-season non-conference tune-up to get ready for the tournament for both teams.
Rob, that's a great point. And again, as we talked about pretty much in the pregame, and I mentioned it a few times throughout the game itself, both teams playing some very good basketball at the right time. And even though someone is going to lose tonight, that it's not going to dull the fact that they're playing well going into tournament play.
Kimbrough with the 1-and-1, he missed it. And now here come the Shoremen. Reichland got the rebound to Allhouse. They're down 5 with 45 seconds to go. To Nick Ferment. Ferment back out to Allhouse. Allhouse won't take the shot. Finds Reichland in the corner. Reichland put it up around the rim and out. Rebound Adrian Casey for Admiral King. Casey with a lob for Price. 30 seconds to go. Price trying to get around Allhouse. Can't. Picks up the dribble. Gets it out to JT Feldkamp as the run clock. Feldkamp to Kimbrough as they play keep away. Kimbrough fouled by Nick Ferment.
Rob, let's go back to the last possession by the Shoremen that Reichland missed a tough forced jump shot. Ferment and Allhouse were both open, and they should have taken the shot.
And with that, Michael Scott wants a timeout. We'll take a 60-second timeout as well. 23 seconds to go. The Admirals up 5, and we'll be back on the WEOL Colson and Colson cage matchup.
America's wild creatures, like humans, must have places to live. As we build shopping malls and highways, as we mine and drill to extract resources, we can lose valuable wildlife habitat. And as their habitat dwindles, wildlife populations decline and sometimes disappear. To preserve our precious wildlife heritage, America created the National Wildlife Refuge System. From tiny Pelican Island in Florida to the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge of Alaska. But pressures remain to develop even these few havens for wildlife. We do not have to sacrifice their place to live for ours. Learn how you can help preserve America's wildlife heritage. Visit saverefuges.org.
23.7 seconds remaining, 56-51 Admiral King. We've got these finals for you. It was Amherst with a buzzer beater over North Ridgeville, 65-63. And how about Elyria? A big win tonight over Normandy in the Pioneer Conference. Elyria at home defeats Normandy 70-69. And in late in the third quarter, it's Southview over Collinwood, 36-31. Kimbrough made the free throw, 57-51. Admirals by 6, and they make another one. Admirals by 7, 3-possession game, 22 seconds to go. Reichland across midcourt. Reichland looking for room. He's going to pass for Allhouse in the corner. Allhouse saved it from going out of bounds. On the drive, put it up off the glass and rim. No. Rebound Feldkamp, and he'll be tied up. Nope, they're going to get a foul, not a tie-up. Nate Smith will tell us we're going to get a foul. He'll walk over and tell us that the foul will go on Jeff Ickes. for Ickes, his second, and his third, I'm sorry. And with 11.8 seconds to go, this one would appear to be over.
Rob, I took a look down at Coach Smith real quick on that last possession by the Shoremen, and he wondered why Reichland gave the ball up.
Yeah, we're going to get a timeout for Avon Lake, a 60-second timeout. We'll be back right after this on the WEOL Colson and Colson cage matchup.
Some are old, some are young, but they have one thing in common: having served America with honor. Log on to thankyouveterans.org and thank a veteran for their service.
11.3 seconds to go, 58-51, Admiral King by 7. JT Feldkamp will toe the line for 2. Is now Scott, we're in the double bonus.
Well, at this point, the Shoremen had to start to commit the fouls.
Right. Feldkamp swishes that one. JT did not look like a 57% free throw tosser on that one. 59-51, Eric Smith looks to the floor, kind of pondering maybe what if. Feldkamp again, line left, made them both. JT makes it 60-51. They'll get it into Reichland. Reichland into the forecourt, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Pass to Ickes. Ickes for 3 on the left wing. He hit it. Ickes hit the 3, makes it 60-54, and that will be the final as the Admirals don't inbound the ball. Final score from Avon Lake High School. It was the Lorain Admiral King Admirals 60, Avon Lake 54.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.